rewrite them though, or write them again. So go ahead and write this page out too. But it is the same formula, so that's good. Lateral surface area is still capital P times H, and total surface area is still capital P plus 2 capital B. Thank you. So y'all go ahead and copy that page down too. Or you can just copy the formulas down. You don't have to write the vocab again. But we are going to type the vocab on the next page.
Bro, get my phone. We're gonna walk you. And I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do one on today because we got basketball practice. He said, no, you would have come right now. Bro, John is such a. Let's still be on the other half of the court while I'm on this.
Dude, John already like his jogging. It's like a rescue walk. Like walk. Nah,
bro, he's sprinting.
Dude, stop sprinting just literally my job.
My hand tries so hard.
Bro, it's like too much. He runs like a pin zone.
You know, he probably has blisters in between his eyes because they rubbed too much on. My guy has like.
So it's like an apple.
My guy's rounded.
It's like a. He says that he can beat everyone in basketball, bro. It's because he beats Jimmy. It's actually good.
Is that what we're trying?
Dude, this is so slow. I can't even think. Dude, yo, Caleb beat him. Like, because Caleb was scoring threes, but Caleb was the best.
Caleb amazing. I was at the park on Caleb.
Dude, Caleb didn't get that one. Going only for freaking threes.
So, have you seen that? Who's that?
Question right now. Huh? Yeah, except there's one different part. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty similar. When's AJ come back or back to school? He's not playing this week? Or not back to school, but all right, so like I said, formulas are the same as last week. Okay, lateral is capital P times H. Total is P times H plus 2B. Okay, capital P still means perimeter of base. H is height of prism, and capital B is area of the base. Okay, the only difference between the two is that obviously your base is a different shape. Okay, your base is now a triangle. So when you're finding perimeter, you're going to be adding up 3 sides, and when you're finding area, you've got to use the formula for the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. So that's going to be the only different part. If you haven't typed this in, go ahead and type that stuff in. It's just what each one of these mean: perimeter, a base, height of prism, all that. Okay. Let's go ahead and go on to this part where we're actually talking about what we got here. So your bases. The other thing that is a little bit different is that with rectangular prisms, your bases were what your shape was sitting on. It was the shape that it was sitting on. With triangular prisms, it's always going to be your triangles. Okay, so your bases will always be the triangles. Does that make sense? So those are your bases, always. Okay, so the bases are the 2 triangles. Okay, parallel and congruent faces. Okay, so they are parallel triangles and they are congruent triangles. They're always going to be your triangles. Okay, your lateral faces are the three rectangles connecting your bases. Okay, so it's these three rectangles that run and are connecting your two bases, your two triangles. Okay, and the last one here, the height of a triangular prism, or H, is the distance between the two what? The two triangular bases. Good. Triangular bases. Triangular. Height. Triangles. 3. One of those. Lateral surface area. So what's our formula for lateral surface area? P times H. S equals P times H. Okay. So this is where I want y'all to draw your shape out. Okay. So these first two we're going to draw. We're going to write it all out in your note, in your spiral, so you got it written down. And after that, you don't have to draw everyone. Okay. So these first two, though, you're going to draw these triangular prisms. So go ahead and draw your triangle. It's pretty easy. Just draw your triangle. Oh, it's pretty easy. Draw your triangle and then draw another triangle that looks just like it, kind of above it and off to the right a little bit. And then just connect your corners, man. It's easy. I got off a little bit. Draw these two triangles first. And then draw this one. And then just connect your corners. I know, it's pretty good, huh? Something bust. So draw your two triangles. So draw one triangle and then draw another one up and to the right a little bit. So you got two. And then connect your corners. Easy. You get it? Oh, that's pretty good. Seen worse. You can do a little, when you get really good at it, you can do a little dash line for the ones that are in the background. But don't worry about that right now. That's too much. It's the next level. Triangle drawing. Yeah. 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 All right, so there's your triangle. Now let's oh, wait a minute. Look at that, almost identical. Now let's put the letters or the numbers on there. So we got 5, 12, 10, 13. 5, 12, 10, and 13. Okay? So make sure I have the numbers on there. Okay, so we said our formula was S equals P times H. Okay, so the first thing we need is capital P. What does capital P stand for? Excuse me. All right, I think she's shooting for perimeter of the base. Yes, good job, Jovantu. Perimeter of the base. Okay, what is our base? Which shape? Which shape is our base? The triangles are our base, okay? So the triangles are your base. Remember, this is the difference. Rectangular prisms, it's whatever it's sitting on. Triangular prisms, it's always the triangles, okay? So pick one of your triangles, okay? And we need to find the perimeter of that triangle. So how do you find perimeter? Hold on. We got one side right. How do you find perimeter, first of all? Add up all your sides. So we got one side right here, which is 5. Okay. We've got one here, which is 12. Okay. The only one we don't have is this one. But where can we get that from? 13. There you go. So this would be 13. So it'd be 5 plus 12 plus 13, which is equal to 30. I think it's centimeters, right? Okay. All right. And then the H is your height of your prism. So one thing I want y'all to remember with height, don't get caught up on just looking at the shape and it being like the actual height. It's the height is what connects your two bases. Okay, so here's our triangle. Here's one triangle. Here's our other triangle. Your height is what connects the two of them. So what would our height be? 10. Okay, so remember that. Don't get caught up and put 5 on accident just because it looks like it's the height of the prism. That's the height of the triangle, not the prism. Okay, so the height. Yeah, I mean, it just focus on the fact that your height of your prism connects your two bases. Connects the two bases. So it's always what connects these two right here. The triangle to triangle. So like this line right here, it connected them, right? So that's why it's our height. That's 30, Iris. Is that what you're asking? That's 5 plus 12 plus 13 equals 30. It's like I didn't write that bad. No. We got to plug those numbers into the formula. There you go. We plug those back into the formula, okay, which is P times H. So that would be 30 times 10 equal to 300. And that's centimeters, what? Centimeters what? Squared. Good. Centimeters squared would be our answer. Yeah, just put centimeters to, you get the idea. Base times height divided by 2. Yeah. I'll show you in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to the next one. That was total surface, or that was lateral surface area. Next one's going to be total surface area. Any questions on lateral? Pretty easy, right? Lateral is pretty much the same as finding rectangular. It's just you have to find a perimeter of a triangle instead of rectangle. So it's pretty easy. All good? No questions? All good? All right. You all right, Marissa? All right. All right. Okay, so we're looking for total surface area this time. What is our formula? Plus 2b. There you go. pH plus 2b. Okay, capital PH plus capital B. Yeah. All right. So Y'all go ahead and draw this shape. Draw it. Y'all gotta get better at drawing your prisms. It's cool if you can draw prisms. What? Say it. Say it. Say it. Yeah. Draw this one. Do you mean say? Go ahead. Oh. Wow. All right. Let's get back to the math. All right. So, what shape is our base? What shape is our base? The triangle. Okay. So this triangle right here, we need to find the perimeter of that triangle. Okay, good. So it is 5 plus 5 plus 6 because these little lines right here tell us, what do they tell us? That's right. They tell us that these are the same length. Okay, so 5 plus 5 plus 6. 5 plus 5 plus 6 is 16 feet. 16 feet. That is our perimeter of our base. Okay, our height. What's our height? It is 8. Again, don't get mixed up on like what looks like the height. It always is what is connecting base to base, or the two triangles. So it is 8. Okay, now this is the different part. We got to find the area of our base. So our base is our triangle. Okay, so area of a triangle is found by base times height. That's our formula. Base times height divided by 2. So, well, now it's different. Okay, because the height right here is the height of our prism. Now we're talking just specifically about the triangle. Okay, so now we actually do need this height right here. That's right. Okay, it would be 4 times 6 because we are looking specifically at this triangle. Okay, we know because back here it tells us this right here. That length is 4. Okay, and your height is always from your base to the highest point. When it asks for height of a triangle, it's not the slant height right here. Okay, it's always, it has to make a right angle. Okay, like that. And it's always from the base, which is what your triangle is sitting on, to the top of the triangle. The base would be 6. Okay, because that's what it's sitting on. So that would be 6 times 4, and then divided by 2. Yeah. So it would be 24, and then divided by 2 would be 12 feet. Because, okay, so a triangle is half of a rectangle, right? Or half of a square. Okay, so if you were to find the rectangle with a height of 4 and a base of 6, you'd multiply the two. But a triangle with the same base and the same height is just half of that. So that's how we divide it into. Because it's not the same, you divide it by 2. So the formula for finding an area of a rectangle is base times height. The area for finding it for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Because it's just half, a triangle is just half of a rectangle. So you just divide whatever you got by 2. You know what I mean? Okay, so we've got all of our measurements now. Now we just need to plug them in. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to go over here so I can plug them all in. What'd you get? I don't know. Everybody plug it in if you can, and then we'll check, because I don't. So we've got perimeter. So our perimeter was 16. I think that's right. H is 8 plus 2, and then B is 12. Is that what you plugged in, Andrew? You what? Oh, okay. So it does equal 152. Good. That's feet cubed, or squared, I mean. Guys, so that is total surface area. Any questions on that? Nope. All right, so let's go over to the next one. Is it this one? No. Yeah, this next one. Okay, this next one. And this one is asking for lateral surface area. Okay, so that is S equals P times H. Okay, lateral surface area. So go ahead and do that one, and then in a couple minutes we'll go over it. We'll just kind of go one at a time like this. base. What's the perimeter of our base? What? Perimeter of our base. Perimeter of our base. No plus 4. Remember, hey, perimeter. Remember, people, perimeter is just the outer edge of your triangle. This is our base. Okay, so this is one that 4 is going to trick you. You don't actually need this. Okay, if it asks for total, then you would, because you'd have to find area too. We don't need area. We just need perimeter, which is the outer edge, which is 5. This is also 5, and this is 6. Those add up to be 16. Okay, then we need the height of our prism, which would be 8. Then what do we do? 16 times 8. We just plug them into the formula, which should be 16 times 8. That's equal to what? 128. So 128 would be our lateral surface area. Cool. All right, let's do this next one real quick. Actually, let's skip the next one. I'm going to show you how to do this last one because we're about out of time. So real quick, y'all are going to have a problem on the exit ticket like this one. Okay, it says a container shaped like a triangular prism. Okay, is what we have. Which base of the container, or excuse me, each base of the container is an equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral just means that all sides are the same. Okay, you can see that here. This is the base of our prism. The container has a height of 15. What is the lateral surface area? So what is our formula for lateral surface area? S equals pH. S equals pH, okay? So we need perimeter of our base, and we need our height. What is our height? It told us the height of the prism. What is it? I underlined it. 15. Okay, yeah, I skipped one. I'm showing you how to do this one. And then you need perimeter of your base. 9 plus 9, because this triangle right here is your base. Okay, 15 was for the prism. You don't need that anymore. We already got that. Now we just need the perimeter of this triangle, which means we just add up our sides, which is 9 plus 9 plus 9. Okay, which is what? That is 27. Okay, and then last we just plug them in. 378. And that's centimeters squared. So that's how you do that. You will have one like that on the exit ticket. So now you know. Those ones are pretty easy. Now you know. Now you know. What happened, Angel?
27 times 15, right?
Yeah. Oh, Marissa? 405. 405. Job, Iris. It is 405. It is 405. That was somebody in here's fault. I won't say who. I didn't. Okay, good job. All right, let's take a look at this one, and then I'm gonna let y'all start the exit tickets because it's almost time to go. Let's just get this one set up. We don't have to multiply it all out, but we need total. So what's our formula? There we go. Okay. Now we got to find perimeter. This one's kind of tricky because of how it's set up. Kind of like visually, it's a bit confusing. Okay, but this height right here, the height of our triangle is 8. Okay, that is this triangle right here up front. So when we're finding base, that's what we'll use, the area of our base. Here's our height for our prism. And then if you look up here, it gives you 2 of your sides. What would this side be? 17. Okay, so to find perimeter, we're just going to add these up. Okay, what do we get when we add these up? Someone add them up for me. 17 plus 11 plus 14. think it's 42. 42. 42. So we add those up, we get 42. Okay, what's the height of our prism? What connects the two bases? 10, good. And then the area of our base. So we're finding the area of this triangle. Okay, so if you look at this base right here, it gives you the height. And our base is 17, so that would be 17 times 8 divided by 2. $68. 68. So 68 would be our area. You divide it by 2? Okay. 68 would be our area. And then from here, we would just plug everything into our formula. So y'all can go ahead and finish that up. And then after you finish it up, you can start on the exit ticket. I believe there are 3 questions. One hundo. Good job. Good job, good job. 556. 556. Sweet. Good job. Good job, good job. All right. All right. Y'all guys online, y'all can log off if you want to or stay logged on while you're doing the exit ticket. Yeah. Y'all have a good day. If you need help, let me know though.